Hello, UCAR. Peter Christensen here, coming to you from the CEO's desk. We're doing hypos, remember, for the rest of the year. And today, you may not know it because I don't really know when you watch these things, but today is Halloween. And so we are recording this on Halloween. So let's get spooky. Let's get a little gruesome. Here's our hypothetical. You have a listing where just like a terrible Halloween film, a gruesome murder has taken place. It's over. And let's say it's over by a couple of years maybe. But you have the listing and you're selling the home. And you remember something about a stigmatized property statute in Utah. You've heard that brought up. You've heard that mentioned. Well, you have the listing up. You have a buyer that comes in, and the buyer asks, "Now, wait a minute. Is this the place where, that terrible murder took place?" And your seller's very sensitive about it. What can you do? What can't you do in this scenario? So the stigmatized property statute basically says it is not a violation of law or rule in Utah to fail to disclose that a property is stigmatized. Then it has a definition of what is stigmatized. Now, the site of a murder, of a homicide, I believe it says, is covered as one of the definitions of stigmatized property. So is it a violation that you have not disclosed that? No, it's not. Does this mean you can turn to that buyer and say, wait a minute, the law says I don't have to disclose this? So you look them in the eye and you say, no homicide here because it's protected, it's stigmatized. No, the law does not protect you from answering a direct question. So what it says is, where the law in Utah says disclose any material information about the transaction, not discoverable by a reasonably prudent buyer, something along those lines, then you that's what it says, right? That you have to disclose that. Well, buyers might want to know. They might be sensitive about murders in the property. So that's questionable, right? Well, Utah law says that is not something you have to disclose. However, it doesn't say you can lie about it. So it does not say you're carte blanche, it never happened. It just says you do not have an affirmative obligation to disclose that. So not going to save you from a buyer asking directly. And that's a decision you have to make with the seller of, do we want to get out ahead of this? Do we want to wait till the neighbor tells them, or wait till they find out a month after taking possession? What's going to be better for our situation, and work that out with the seller. But you do not have a duty to disclose that preemptively. But again, can't lie about it. Remember, this is not legal advice. This is legal information only. If you need specific legal advice, please contact your attorney. Thanks for tuning in.